Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lanolin, and we are back with episode 33 of my modded Minecraft series. In this episode, we're going to finally go ahead and take care of that food issue that LanoTech was having. We're going to go ahead and expand our agriculture division. Now, the previous episode, we spent some time putting together our wool farm, which turned out to be pretty awesome. Now, in between the previous episode in this episode, I actually spent a lot of time building up somewhere to put our farms. Now, I wanted to keep the agriculture stuff over on the far side of the base. I want to kind of keep things in their own little section, you know, all the farms and plants and that kind of thing, and animals, you know, stuff like that. Again, agriculture stuff, all on this side of the base, you know, on this side. And then we'll probably have more tech stuff kind of scattered about over on, you know, opposite side of the base, and then, you know, we'll see where we go. But definitely, I like to keep the agriculture stuff over there. Ooh, and as you can see, there's a bonus corridor down there that we're going to check out. But yeah, like I said, I did a lot of work off camera to find some place to put our farms. So let's take a look at what I built. I think you guys will like it. Whoa, we took a little right turn. Let's hop off. Now again, hitting shift will drop you off of here. I found how to fix the issue if you went ahead and stuck around to the absolute end of the previous episode, because in the previous episode I actually had a little blip at the end. I showed how I figured out how to fix the issue that we were having with bouncing back and forth. Just needed to add a few extra luminizers, and to make a turn like this, I went ahead and added one here that sends off to this direction, and then this one here goes off to this one, which continues on down the path. Oh, and I prettied it up a little bit. Purple sheep was the one that was missing, in case we forgot. Alright, so anyway, let's continue on where we're going. So for this, I added a little bit extra because I moved the farms above the sheep. So here we go. Woo! Luminizers are super awesome. I love them. They're amazing. I had a little bit of issues with going up Y levels a bit. It liked to toss me down below with the sheep. I don't know why it would do that. It was very strange, but eventually I got it to work doing this setup. So anyway, yeah, this is where we're going to put our farms. As you can see, I've got them set up a little bit. This guy turned the grass, and I went ahead and got this guy to turn the grass, and then this guy just didn't ever want to turn the grass. So, oh well. Not that it matters anyway. We're going to have stuff growing on them. So yeah, here we go. This is where we're going to be building our farms. 3 plots are ready to go. I've got the levers and stuff switched or set up to turn everything on and off. I've pretty much got everything dug out so we can kind of work on this pretty seamlessly, because this actually took me a long time, because if you remember correctly, this was actually pretty well covered up. This was all like mountain and everything, so I had a lot of digging to do. But look, it looks so nice. Oh, and the luminizers look really, really good from a distance as well. And they themselves don't really seem to cause any FPS issues. I'm not really sure what it is that's causing me some FPS issues. I'm sure we'll figure it out once we kind of, you know, move forward and start moving some things around. But anyway, let's get started with building these farms. Oh, and if you're curious why I look like a regular old Minecraft Steve, kind of timestamp when I'm recording this video. Currently, the Minecraft servers are down, or the login servers, or something like that. I can't remember what exactly is down, but it's unfortunately making it unable for me to access my skin as well as log into servers. But that's not as important. So anyway, look, now we have an even, you know, nice view to watch the sun go down. Ooh, nice view of our base. You know, we can run around. Another option of, you know, getting up here, which, you know, that's kind of irrelevant. But yeah, I wasn't really sure what to do with this extra bit, so I went ahead and, you know, tossed this balcony up here, and I think it turned out really nice. I love it. And of course, I've got the enlightened clear glass, in case you're curious what's providing the light. It is the enlightened clear glass from the alloy smelter. Really, really easy to do. Really easy to make. Super cool. So anyway, let's get started. I have this chest here with a little bit of the stuff that we're going to be using. So to get started, I want to farm potatoes, carrots, and wheat. Not necessarily in that order. Now, going forward, I didn't go ahead and do anything with this wall right here because going forward, I'm more than likely going to have more things that I'm going to want to farm, including like nether wart. I was thinking about going ahead and making a nether wart farm this time around, like alongside, just doing 4 instead of just 3. But it would have looked kind of awkward because there would have been just a big empty spot on whatever side. So I figured I would hold off for now, especially since I don't really need nether wart at the moment. But when we do, that's when we'll probably make the farm, because it'll be really easy to add on to this, as you will see. So let's go get some tools to get us started. Now, one downside of this particular luminizer setup is you can't get back this way. We only have one. This is only a one-way trip. So if we want to get back, we got to take the stairs. But it's okay. Oh, and if you're curious what I used here, I used a marble post, forged micro blocks. Really easy to make. See? You just cut the panel in half, turns into a post. And of course, you can get different thicknesses and all that good stuff. Gotta love micro parts. And this is just the standard brick fence like we've been using. I needed to use this for the sides because I didn't want them to just like kind of float there. I wanted them to connect to something. Again, you don't need to do this. I just chose to because I thought it would look nice. And it didn't work with fences, so I had to use some micro parts. However, this does work going back. And see, it bounces us back, and then we go all the way back here. We do have to hit shift to drop us off, or we'll just continue to bounce forever and ever and ever. So anyway, we have to make a few machines for this to work. Now, we're making 3 farms, so we're going to need 3 sets of these machines. So that's an X. The first machine that we're going to make is the planter. We're going to be using Mine Factory Reloaded for this, just like we did with the enchanting setup, the auto-enchanting and auto-disenchanting, which we will get to soon. We just got to make sure that LanoTech is kind of squared away and there's no issues. Then we can get back to what we were doing, personally with the Ender Quarry. So anyway, our 3 planters will make sure that our crops are planted properly. And alongside our planters from Mine Factory Reloaded, we'll also grab the harvester. We need 3 of them, of course, but unfortunately, Invar axes don't stack. So I have to do this like this, alongside with the shears. Now, I was trying to think of other ways that we could do this, or that I could do this farm, and I couldn't really think of any way that I was particularly knowledgeable about other than Thaumcraft golems. And we haven't started with Thaumcraft yet, so we're nowhere near being able to make any golems. So I just figured, I just do the Mine Factory Reloaded way. It's a little bit, it's kind of easy. It's kind of simple and straightforward, which is good, which is really cool, and I like that. But, sometimes it's nice to do something a little bit more complicated just for the sake of having a little bit more, it's fun to have more work to do and everything. Complicated builds can be really fun. So, we have our harvester and we have our planter. Let me double check to make sure we got everything. Pretty sure this is all we need. Yeah, because everything else we need is back in the agriculture portion of the base. So let's cruise on over there. Shift. Hop on this guy. Now, if I hit shift here, I'll probably appear down with the sheep, so I don't. I don't know why that is, but it is. Okay, so actually, the first thing that we should do is we should run downstairs to our power supply and hook ourselves up. We need to run the power all the way over here, which I thought it was going to be kind of a pain. Oh, man, I forgot to take the luminizers. Believe it or not, I haven't really done that often. I've done a pretty good job at remembering to take them, but I do forget every now and then. They are definitely much quicker than running, even with the sash. Plus, I don't have to hold the button down. So, XP is doing pretty well. One thing that I noticed you can do is you can stand here and do this forever. Just hold right-click to give yourself a level, and then stand on the drain, and you can just, if you really like this noise, yeah, there you go. Just a little tip from me to help you out in the future. So anyway, I love that. You hold the conduits, you can see through the facades. Alright, so we're going to switch to Ender Mini mode for this, because we're going to be screwing around with pipes. And the Ender Mini mode allows us to get in between the pipes, as you can see. We can, whoop, fall. Okay, so what we want to do is, where's the power monitor? I'd actually really like to run this out of the power monitor, but I don't know if that's going to really, I don't know if that's really going to work. Did I run it out of the power monitor here? Oh. Oh, I know what I can do. Although at the same time, my like... See, one thing to keep in mind when you're messing around with these energy conduits and you're hooking up multiple things to one line is that these guys can only output so much RF through them. It's not, you know, it doesn't do 5,120 RF per machine. It does it per all machines attached to the line. So you don't want to overload it or you're going to start draining your systems and your machines aren't going to get enough power to do what they need to do. So as much as I'd like to connect, make sure that this is touching the power monitor, I think I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm still totally unsure what exactly the parameters need to be set for to make the power monitor happy as far as monitoring goes. Like what needs to be touching and what doesn't need to be touching and blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait. I already changed it. This actually wasn't the direction I was going to go. Never mind. Why are you being weird? There was actually a few different paths that I was practicing. Or not practicing, that I was kind of looking towards taking to get power over here, and this was an old one. I forgot I changed this. So just kidding, not that direction. We are actually going this direction. I believe it was this way. Yeah, here we go. I have it dug out. I just need to dig out this way. Okay, so let's actually switch to a bat real quick so we can fly up. Come on, fly. Come on. There we go. Nice. I can see. Whoops. Oh, hello. What is that? Oh, that's the slice and splice. I'm like, what is this? So actually, give me this back. I'm not just kidding, actually. These guys obviously won't connect because they're two different types of energy conduits, so we don't need to worry about that. Now, these guys are actually still all on the same line, even though it's kind of... Or actually, no, it is on the same line. Just kidding. But it's okay. These machines don't use that much power. And, of course, we're also going to give it the option to turn on and off, which is something that is important for the stability of servers and the like. So up we go. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Oh, did we miss one? Crap. Come on. Let us fly. Fly like the bat we are. Oh yeah, we're a bat. We can't go around it. We're too fat. Okay, well you can probably take a wild guess of where this is. The marble stairs and all that fun stuff. And we're going up. And here we are. Now we'll fly up and we're back into our farm room. Like I said, kind of far to travel, but this will be really nice going forward because we're going to have more than just, right, like we're going to have all of our agriculture stuff over here. So having this energy conduit over here, having this power line hook up, well, we only have to hook it up once and then we're good. Although, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to make more energy conduits, which is, again, kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. So I think I need to make like 3... I think I need to make a bunch more energy conduits, actually. I think I need to make like 4 more sets of energy conduits. All right, well, I'll be right back. I'm going to go do that, and I will return. Okay, I'm back, and I just made some more energy conduits. I hope it's enough. I'm not really sure if it's going to be enough, because I have to run, well, quite a few cables still. So we'll see. But if not, you know, it's not a big deal to make more. We're doing okay on resources. I've been using EE3 a little bit more than I'd like, but I've been able to get some. We've been able to get some good projects done. So it is it is all good. And actually, for this, I should probably be a bat. Probably make my life a little bit easier. Up we go. Da, 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 da. Now, if you are mimicking this build and you are light on resources, for this particular build, you don't need enhanced energy conduits. I'm using enhanced energy conduits because we're going to have more stuff up here, so it's going to be worth it in the long run. But the standard energy conduits will work just fine. Like, they definitely can transfer enough power to power these machines. Now, they might not run at, well, my issue right here actually is I'm not 100%. on the power needs for the planter and the harvester. I just know that it's not like a bunch. Oh crap, I'm stuck. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to run the energy... Oh, I do need more. That's okay. What we're going to actually do is turn back into a bat, fly on out of here. Oh, here was a failed attempt at stairs up here. This was another attempt at finding a method of getting up here that kind of didn't quite work out. Because I didn't really like it. I was like, it's kind of ugly. We're going to grab our other conduits and stuff while we're down here, because we're going to make sure that we're, using the best of our time. And the planters. Oh, you know what else I forgot, actually? The harvesters need somewhere to be plugged in as well. Man, we're going to need a lot more cable. But again, it's all good. But yeah, both these guys need to make sure that they have RF. And I believe only the harvester needs some sort of item output. Well, I say needs, I mean like actually needs. Not just, it's just convenient for refilling and all that fun stuff. Okay, so we went ahead and dug this out, so we have somewhere to put a harvesters. Again, something I kind of forgot. Forgot the harvester needed to be plugged in, but no big deal. So our planters can go right there. Because on top of the planters is going to go water, of course. So we got to make sure it's at least one block down, or we'll have water all over the place. And they should still work. They still work just fine. No issues. We're also going to need to make some upgrades to increase their range, because their base range, I believe, is only a 3x3. It's only a little tiny spot. So they will need some upgrades, but also pretty simple to do. So let's jump back down here and run the rest of these conduits. Switch back to Endermini. Jump. Jump. Okay, so the insulated redstone conduit is going to be responsible for turning these guys on and off. Now, I'm not going to set up their colors or anything yet. We will worry about that later, but I will go ahead and toss these guys down while I am over here. Come on now. Hello. Why are you being that way? It's probably because I'm an Endermini. It's like, I don't understand your box. Your hitbox is weird. See? Yeah. Alright, we can turn into big me. Ah! Stuck in the wall. Alright, there we go. That one opens up. That one opens up. That one opens up. This one closes. Cool. And why not? Let's do their colors. You can be green and you can be brown. Red, green, and brown. That'll, obviously represent the 3 different farms. So let's turn back into an Endermini. Back into an Endermini. There we go. Whee! Forgot I gotta hook these guys up. Just kidding. And actually, this little T-shaped hole right here is actually going to be for the... oh, I don't have them on me. Well... I have some storage drawers that we're going to put these guys in. Whoops. Forgot we're playing with the awesome, badass Ender.io Ender conduits, so we can just run them all next to each other. Hell yeah. I guess I can actually just run it all the way down. Ooh, 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 ooh. Actually, no, that's good. That's good. Keep going, and stop. All right, so this one right here we kind of have to screw around with a little bit. Oops. Because we want to make sure that this guy's, everything is operating properly. So, as you can see, whenever you're working in a clump of ender conduits like this, I know we've messed around with the ender conduit just a little bit, but I'm going to kind of re-emphasize a couple things. You can see that you can kind of switch between the 3 different types right here. Now this one is obviously the redstone conduit, because it's, it doesn't have the lightning bolt and it doesn't have the chest. It just has the red. So we want to make sure this is a strong signal. And it's red. So this first guy could be the red color. And in, out. Okay, good. So this guy is also good. It's plugged in. That's all you need to do. This guy is a different story. This guy, I think we want to make sure that he's on insert only. I'm pretty sure. Because we want to make sure that he can refill himself to plant, but we don't want to make sure that it's constantly trying to put stuff in here that doesn't belong. Maybe it is actually on in out, and this guy on always active extract. Okay, well, we'll screw around with that once we start playing around with the items. This episode might end up being a two-part episode just because we gotta get our power and item transfer and all that stuff set up first. The next episode we can work on getting everything growing. But again, we'll see. We'll see on how much progress we can get done. All right, so now that's hooked up. We can roll the rest of these out. And pretty much do the same thing. Whoops. Except we have to make sure that we have our redstone energy or redstone. What are you doing? Insulated redstone conduits. There you go. Lost my mind for a second. Just have to make sure that they're set to the right color. That way we know that the levers that we're messing around with are turning the correct things on and off. Because we don't want this thing to run all the time, man. We don't want we'll have items all over the place. Servers will be lagging. Though I have not switched yet. I have not switched to a server yet. I'll admit I'm being a little lazy on the server switchings, but I'm getting there. Right there. A little bit of lighter. A little bit of light. Back to the planter. And harvester's not plugged in yet. So once I put the harvesters in, we can run the power lines. But I need more power lines. So, no big deal. Oh yeah, I gotta switch this guy to green. Strong signal. Just one single left click will switch you to green. You are on in and out. Always active. Cool. Everything else is good. And we're out of all the other conduits, unfortunately. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up this last one and hook up the... Oh, crap. Oh, good. It switched me to a bat. I thought I switched to regular me. Thought I was screwed. All right, so yeah, I'm going to hook up the rest of this off camera, make the rest of the conduits and stuff that we need, and then we're going to come back and see how much time we have left to see if we can actually hook everything up and get it running this episode. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. And a little bit of actually important information that I remembered is that we don't actually want the redstone signals on the... Oh yeah, you have power, so you're like super pissed. We can actually test to make sure this works, though. I think the top one was red. Yeah, nice. So it does work. But we don't actually want the redstone signal going to the planter because planting is not... I hear the spider. Planting is not a big deal. We don't want them to be harvested. Planting, and then they just sit there, and then they just sit there. You know, not a big deal. The harvesters are what we don't want to continue working. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, continue doing this off camera. Place all these conduits, and then come back. I just wanted to mention that before I forgot. And then come back, and then we can kind of discuss what we're going to do next episode. Because we don't quite have enough time to finish this episode. I figured I would come back and point out how to disable this, in case you didn't know. Disable just like that. Just right-click it and make sure it doesn't connect. Because again, we don't want any signals going to the planter. It doesn't matter if the planter is still running. Because it's just going to sit there and just not really do anything once the plants are fully grown. So that's not a big deal. We do, however, again, want to make sure that we're turning on and off the harvesters. So again, just a little tip. I'll be back. All right, so we're back. A little bit of claustrophobia here and there, but everything is hooked up properly. Just to kind of show you guys what I went ahead and did, I made sure that the redstone connections to the planters are disabled, which is important because we don't really need the planters to be turned on and off. We want to make sure that they are working properly at all times. So yeah, that's disabled. I switched these guys actually to in and out. I want to make sure that they're on in and out. Extract is on redstone mode, always active. And then for the planters, or I'm sorry, for the harvesters, you want to have them on extract only on extract. There's no reason to put anything into them because they're only going to be harvesting. There's nothing going in there, only out. And then, yeah, each one of these guys is on their own color. This guy all the way out here is on brown. The guy down this row, over in this corner over here, is on green. See? And of course, he's on extract only, redstone mode, always active. Planter in and out mode without the redstone attached to it, which let me double check to make sure. Hello, hello, are you there? Because we're in this little tiny mode, sometimes it's hard to hit the button. Oh, you're on in, out. Oh, no, yeah, never mind. Good. In, out is good. Extract always active. Disabled. Nice. All right. And then, of course, this guy is the same thing, which we can double check to see. Now, this guy should be the red color. Yeah, he's on extract only. All right, cool. So we're good. Now, next episode, we're going to come back. We're going to hook up the drawers that I have set up. We're going to make sure that the levers and stuff are working. Actually, we can test the levers right now. If everything's hooked up properly, these guys should... Well, that's not hooked up properly. Not hooked up properly. And... Okay, so this guy's hooked up properly. I might have messed up the colors or something along the way. So thanks for watching, guys. That's going to conclude this episode of Modded Minecraft. I'm going to fix whatever is off with these two guys as far as their redstone control, and come back next episode where we're going to extend the range on these guys, because right now they only farm a very small area in front of them, about 3 by 3. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I have been Lanolin, and I will see you next time in episode 34 of Modded Minecraft. Bye.